What up, YouTube? Throttle Hobby here, and finally, we're going to get on to some more mechanics. The main stuff's finally done. I believe the last drone video is coming out this Saturday, but this time, we have lights in front of us. A little backstory of what happened. I was driving the BMW to, I think it was a store right before Christmas, and of course, I hit a deer. I didn't hit it hard enough that it broke or caused any damage to the Beamer, but it did break one of my front headlights out, and that's all I could find that was broken. So I thought, all right, well, the headlight's broken. I might as well go out and buy some nice new headlights anyway, so I could see better. So I did. So I got these nice little front head ones, and I got better bulbs, because I know the bulbs in these are kind of eh. And then I was thinking, well, if I'm going to do the fronts, I might as well do the backs.
Bruh.
So I got the rest of them over there. We're gonna go install these bad boys because these are gonna look really good. So, to the shop. All right, and we've arrived at the shop. We have all of our lights over here. We have the front ones over here. Back one's covered in there. Came with one light bulb. I'm sure the light bulb's in there. If not, we have a bunch over there. And Beamer. So, what we're gonna do for, oh, by the way, before I continue this, can anyone tell me where the deer hit me? Was on this side. I'll give you a couple seconds. Okay. This is all that happened when I hit the deer. That's it. This part broke. And yeah, I could have probably just fixed all of this and just not. But you know what? Halos, man. Come on. I think there's actually a little bit of hair right here from the deer. And that's it. I mean, I was maybe driving around like 40 miles an hour. I saw the thing try to run out. I slowed down to probably about 20 miles an hour. I hit it here. I thought this whole part was destroyed. This was the only part that was out, just like this. I mean, damn, Beamer, this thing's a tank. And from what I just did, little like searches around here to make sure nothing was broken, everything was good. I'll raise it up later after we're done to see if there's any damage underneath. But I mean, it drove fine. Steering wheel was fine, nothing sounded bent. That was the only thing's broken, and I killed that deer. That thing was dead. So, wow, way to go, BMW. So anyway, we'll start on this side right here. We'll remove the lights. I saw a couple videos where they said they had to remove this whole bumper, and there were bolts there, but it seems like there's really no bolts down there. Oh, well, cool. I was gonna take that out anyway. Yeah, so there were supposed to be bolts down there. I guess this car doesn't have them. Some of them do. So what we're going to do here is remove the... Oh, that's the other thing that broke, is just that tab. Which is fine because, well, I'm replacing the whole headlight anyway. And the other one was going to be good too, here. So even if I wanted to keep this, I really wouldn't mind that that's broken. But we're going to replace this one. So on this side, there should be one bolt here, 8mm. One bolt here, 8mm. And there should be one in the back right there, if you can get some light, 8mm. And then this thing should just come right out along with the tang. We'll disconnect everything. So let's get started. Two 8mm bolts out, one right here. Broken piece, I'm sorry. Fuck! Oop. Save. Cool. Now this bottom piece, we're going to remove actually this, which will be holding on to here. We'll just press this tab in like so and remove the light. So press remove, we'll remove this whole thing because we're changing them out anyway. This is next to the broken piece. Cool. So we got this here, the blinker. We'll gently remove the rest of this. With this in here, there's a little clip side on this piece of plastic that sits underneath the light like this. What you want to do is this tang right here at the end, as you can see, you want to press this up so it just misses this, because this is what's holding it on right there. So this tang up, this slides out, then in this hole you have this little barb. All you do is just raise this up a little bit this entire piece comes out. So we're gonna put that off to the side. Now we have the actual light that we've removed. What we got to do now is remove all the lights back there. So all you really do, I'll try to show you guys on this one. So there's a clip up here. You press this in and you raise this up like that, and then you remove them. We're going to do that for the next two over here. So the headlight is now out, but what I did realize is as I was pulling this out, and I removed these two by just pressing the clips here and sliding up, is that my bolts actually did, or my lights actually did have screws. Someone just didn't install them prior to taking them out last time. So what I will be doing is putting bolts on those so that way they're more stable and they don't wiggle around so much. So what we're gonna have to do now is remove the bumper. So very easy, no sweat. What we're gonna do first is just go in here and remove this side cover all the way down. So what I've pretty much done with that is you grab, I was using a screwdriver, then I switched over to this plastic thing so I wouldn't rip any paint off. I started here. You just go all the way down very nice and gently, slowly, because these are clips that slide into here. So now this side's done. I can see someone was probably in here because they put these little, I don't know what you want to call them, maybe they came with factory, but this looks like someone just kind of found some kind of screw. These are what's supposed to be here, so I'll be putting in new hardware. So I'm just going to show you here. All I really do is just very gently tap with a piece of plastic and go slow because this is plastic, so it does break. So you just do this, and then I pretty much just go down the line straight all the way across. All right, so we got that removed over here. I went along and got rid of that other access panel under here, and as you can see right underneath, this is why they have them remove the bumper, because there's one bolt here holding the light and a second one which the other side lacked. So that's good. We know that we could put bolts normally in that side. So next what we're gonna have to do is pop all these side skirts, I guess they're called like little Christmas tree pins. Pop all these out, and then underneath here I believe are two bolts, one right here and one right here, and we have to remove those as well, and this entire bumper should just pull right off. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So update, as I started actually doing it, I pulled out the two bolts actually underneath here, and I realized that I don't actually have to remove this plastic bumper. I actually got them out pretty easy with that. So you might not actually have to remove the front bumper. But in order for me to get to the electrical connections on the back of this, what I had to do was remove the air box. So the piece that was sitting here, which is this big one, all it was the two little tangs. Once again, just pull them up, pull them out, that popped out. And as for the top of the air box with the mass airflow sensor over there, all that's really held on by is just these clips. So they hold on like this. You just pop these up and out, and I think there's one that's inverted. Disconnecting the mass airflow sensor, extremely easy. All you do is just pull up on this metal tang and this slides off. Not too much to it. So now what I'm going to do is grab a 10mm and remove these two bolts to pop this entire box out so I can get to the back of these lights and undo it and take this entire light assembly out of the car. All right, so that's lights out, and I figured out that the screws that are under here, this holds the whole light as it sits, which is why that back bolt they tell you to remove, so you can remove the whole assembly without removing this. Now clearly this fits here. I'm going to remove it and put it off to the side for now. Put it there. As you may know, I didn't see that on this side. It looks like someone took this out, didn't really put it back in, so I might get that. I might make something. I might just leave it depending on how it is. But that's what it is. Another thing that I was going to say too is, even though we removed most of the stuff for the bumper to come off, and I don't think we will have to actually remove the bumper, it's still nice to know that if we did have to, most of the work is done in terms of whatever. Besides, these clips were all ugly, so I got to replace those anyway. And you see all this stuff? I put everything back. Anything that like had bolts like this, anything that was off separate, anything. Just anything you take off, right? put somewhere in a safe spot so you know exactly where it is. I can't tell you how many times I've taken stuff apart and then I can't finish it, or I'm looking for a new bolt or whatever. Anything that can be reused, reuse. Anything that needs to be changed, you can change, but majority of the time, any stuff that comes out with anything, put it all together in a group. Make a little pile, letter it, number the bags if you have a bunch of them. Just keep everything in check. So anyway, I've wired in just the basic lights. And the basic lights, they're not too bad. They're just about as I'd say a little bit better than what the BMW came with standard. I really want to try to figure out how to get those. Either I could order ones that have the viable connectors, or maybe there's like a connector for those like they said over there. It's just it needs to plug into that. So I'm gonna take a picture of this, so if I go to AutoZone, maybe they could try to find me one, or maybe I could find one online, or just say screw it and just, you know, try to find LED bulbs like those but with the actual connector points. These are all right, but now what we're going to try to do is get the halos to work. So we have obviously ground and power. So one of these wires is ground and the other one is power. So I'm gonna try to find that with a test light, and then I'll do a couple tests where maybe I could try to, since they're all going to power and all going to ground, maybe I could twist them all together into one connector, and then from that connector hook up a line, and then from a line splice into, well, not splice, but basically, well, yeah, pretty much splice into the ground and power over there and see if those work. So I'll give that a shot. But first things first, we got to find out which one is ground, which one is power, and then suit all these up to see if they will work. But as of right now, let me show you how the lights work on their own. Well, like I said, they're a little bit better than what my original Beamer had. Let me get the high beams on. But as apart from that, like, I really want to get those other ones installed. So here's the high beams, which, like I said, better than my old car, or the old car. Still the old car, better than the old lights I had. But I want to hook up those sweet halos, so let's get cracking on that. What I did is I had to go and find ground and positive. Now I'm looking for the ground, so what I did is I hooked up the test light that I have to the positive section, and now when I hook it to the brown wire here, as I'll demonstrate right now right here, this thing stays lit all the time. So I know that that's my ground wire. So now if I flip the switch and I'm trying to look for my power wire, I undo this from the positive, head to the negative. Oh, negative undid itself, because why not? There we go, better. And now if I head to my blue wire, it should flicker. So now I know that that's my power light to my bulb. So now I know which ones I'm supposed to flip to which. Now that I figured out which one's power, which is going to be my blue wire on the blinker, I'm going to take all my reds, and what I'm going to do is something called piggybacking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first wire, I'll call it red number 1, and I'm going to put it inside one of these splitters, preferably on the side that doesn't have the hole coming out the other one. So on this one, it would be the right side, closer to my finger. I'm going to put that one in there. I'm going to put the next one in there, and then as I close this, these two will become one. And then what I'll do is for the last one, I'll piggyback again with another one of these, and then we'll have a conga line of power lines that are going from the halos, which will go to the blue lights over there. Then I'll do the exact same ones for the ground. I'll show you how that looks like. By the way, if anyone's asking, this one supposedly is a European connector, according to Ryder YouTube. So I'm gonna leave that one be.
Eventually.
And there we go. Halo lights installed. That was a nightmare to do, but they're installed. Now I know exactly how to do. Let me show you guys the monstrosity. So this is basically the piggyback mess I have. But basically, all the reds that I've connected, all through 1, 2nd, 3rd into the blue and green, and all the blacks I've connected 1, 2, 3 into the brown. So now I know that brown is ground, blue and green is power. So now I'm gonna go and do the exact same thing to the other side. These things look so sick, and they make the car look so great.